Yahoo! Hello mga masters and mga ka-G! Good morning po sa inyong lahat dyan sa Pilipinas. Happy Monday! At sa buong Asian countries at kung saan kayong lapalop ng ating daigdig, ay hayaan niyo muna kami ni G the Green Girly Kitty Patuti Iguana na batiin po kayo ng good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening at good night po sa mga ready na matulog. At welcome na naman po sa continuation po ng topic natin kahapon, which is sciatica. Ayan, so continue lang po natin kasi hindi natin tatapos kahapon. At isa po kasi ito sa mga topic na palaging may nag-i-inquire po sa akin. Lalo na po yung masakit yung kanilang mga likod at saka kanilang mga legs. Yan po at makaka-benefit talaga kayo dito. Kaya po mag-review at mag-replay po kayo ng ating lecture kahapon because this is still connected to our yesterday's from our yesterday's topic. So anyways, before we start, may I ask for your thumbs up? Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Dahil si G natin na nagpapainit na naman ngayon. Ito po, ilang araw na kasi mainit talaga dito sa amin sa El Paso. As in, umaabot kami ng 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Or 34.44 degrees Celsius. Yan po kainit dito sa amin ngayon. Alright mga masters and mga ka-G, let's proceed po sa ating topic. I hope you sit back and relax. We will be discussing about the causes of sciatica. It happens because of any condition that affect the sciatic nerve. It can also happen because of conditions affecting any of the 5 spinal nerves that bundle to form the sciatic nerve. So as you can see, the green colored green color niyan sa right side, that's the whole sciatic nerve connecting to 5 other spinal bundles. I will name a few of the medical cases that cause sciatica. So first is herniated discs. Second is degenerative disc disease. Third is spinal stenosis. Fourth is foraminal stenosis. Number 5 is spondylolisthesis. And next is osteoarthritis. Next is injuries. Of course, next is pregnancy, then tumors, cysts, and other growths, and conus medullus syndrome. And next is cauda equina syndrome. Ayan. Hindi ko na po ito di-discuss individually, but because that's a separate topic. So I just wanted to let you know that these are a few of the causes of indirect causes of sciatica. So if you have these problems, it's so far there's a big possibility that you can also have sciatica or sciatic nerve problem. So let's proceed to the risk factors for sciatica. So having a current or previous injury. So an injury to your spine or lower back increases your risk of developing sciatica. So pag meron ka na talagang injury noon, ay pwede talaga na magka-develop ka ng sciatica. Kaya watch out po at mag-take extra care pag meron na talaga kayong previous injury, lalo na po sa inyong likod or sa inyong mga limbs or sa inyong mga thighs and legs. Next risk factor is normal wear and tear. And po, as we get older, normal wear and tear on your spine can lead to pinched nerves, herniated discs, and other conditions that can cause sciatica. Age-related conditions like osteoarthritis can also play a great role. So as we age, hindi natin mapipigilan yan, but that's why we have we teach lifestyle modification in order to make us live longer and more comfortable life at hindi tayo madaling magkasakit. Dahil po ang purpose po natin is to understand where the problem comes from, and that's where we have to restart, reboot, or change those bad habits into a better one so that we will live longer, more comfortably, and more happy. And of course, hindi tayo prone sa mga ganitong mga discomfort na mga sakit. Then to follow din po ang having excess weight or obesity. So muscles in your back are like the winch and cable, pulling to keep you vertical. The more weight you have, the more back muscles have to work. That can lead to back strains, pain, and other issues. Siyempre, the heavier we are, the more load ang ikikerry ng ating mga muscles. At kung hindi po natin magamit ng tama ang ating weight, lalo na yung ating muscles, ay pwede po tayo magkaroon ng mga injuries. Lalo na po yung pinching of the nerves. And one of them is sciatica. Another reason po is having insufficient core strength. Okay, so your core is the term for the muscles on your back and abdomen or the stomach area. Okay, like in the crane analogy. Nakakita po kayo ng crane? Diba? So, having a stronger core is like upgrading the crane's components to handle a heavier load. So, parang pinalitan mo po yung part ng crane kung saan po sila, yung part na yan ay nag-lift ng object. So, ginawa mo siyang heavy duty, ginawa mo siyang mas lalong pinatibay. Kaya, ito din po yung mangyayari sa katawan natin. Pag hindi natin ito masyadong na-practice or na-establish ang ating core, ay hindi din tayo, very prone din po tayo sa mga pain, especially na po itong sciatica. And the muscles of your abdomen are important because they help anchor your back muscles. So, connected po yan, yung ating mga abs. Lalo na yung mga may merong abs, it means that their abdomens or their muscles in front sa kanilang chan area is very, very strong because yun, wini-workout po nila. Pero pag hindi mo naman ito tinanabaho, syempre weak ang iyong core sa abdomen, as malakas ang chance na pwede tayo magkaroon ng back issues na kasi connected din po yan sa ating back muscles. Mga masters, mga ka-G, ang ating mga trabaho or ating jobs are connected also sa cause or one of the reasons why we have sciatica. So jobs that require heavy lifting, a lot of bending, or working in awkward or unusual positions may increase your risk of low back problems. Ayun po, mga pintor, mekaniko, yung mga dentista, o di ba, yung mga dental assistants, at yung mga yumuyuko palagi dyan, truck drivers, at kung ano pa dyan, yung mga naninilip sa butas ng kapitbahay nila, yun po, yun mga at risk po yan sila kasi mga awkward positions po ang iyong ginagawa. Kaya very high risk po yan for having back problems. However, jobs with prolonged sitting, especially without proper back support, may also increase your risk of low back problems. Isa sa mga very common causes is not using good posture and form when lifting. Yan, hindi na po lifting, kahit na sa ating paglakad, ating pagtakbo, yan po, makaka-affect din po ito pag hindi po tayo nasa proper posture. Even if you're physically fit and active, you can still be prone to sciatica if you don't follow proper body form or proper body mechanics during weightlifting. Sa mga nagwe-weightlifting din po dyan, mga masters, very important talaga yan. Okay? Strength training or similar activities. So, hindi lang po weightlifting kung mga ginagawa kayo mga strength trainings dyan. At syempre, sa regular walks natin, sa regular runs, regular joggings po natin, and long-term standing. Pag hindi tama yung ating standing posture, position, tiyak, ay affected din po ang ating sciatica. So, baka bukas po, hindi ako makapromise, magtuturo po tayo ng proper ways para tayo tumayo at para tayo lumakad. Those are very important. We have to correct our bad habits in order for us to prevent problems from existing and from continuing. Yan ang ating goal. Kaya po may mga sakit sa mga kamay, sa mga daliri, sakit sa mga iba't ibang part ng katawan natin. Most of the time, they're all connected to bad posture. Posture po yan kasi for how many hours, for how many seconds, or probably days, kung minsan po tayo ay ganong posisyon or posture. Kaya po, the muscles for that entire day or whatever time, intervals or whatever, kung anong araw o ilang buwan or ilang taon ka rin pong ganun, ay syempre ay magiging matigas po ang muscles natin kasi they are not used properly. Another risk factor for sciatica is diabetes. Type 2 diabetes increases your risk of diabetes-related peripheral neuropathy. that damages your nerves, including any of the nerves that can cause or contribute to sciatica. Kaya dyan sa may mga existing na mga diabetes problems or problema po sa inyong sugar level, po, mag-ingat-ingat na po kayo at please make sure as much as possible kung paano natin yan i-treat. Treat is treat, hindi po maintain. Kaya po sa aking mga lectures, marami po tayong tinuturo na mga tips kung paano tayo makakalabas o makapapagaling sa diabetes. Sa trabaho nyo, sino ba sa inyo dyan ang nakaupo lang whole day? Okay, so sitting for a long periods and lack of physical activity can contribute to an increased risk of sciatica. So, hindi kayo gumagalaw. Physical inactivity ang tawag po dyan. Nakaupo lang po kayo. Or yung mga truck drivers, yung mga taga-opisina, yung mga upo lang ng upo. Yan po, mga hindi po sila masyadong nakagalaw. Sa mga nananabako at naninigarilyo, nicotine can affect circulation and increase your risk of chronic pain. That includes conditions like sciatica. At syempre, there are also unknown causes. Many cases of sciatica don't have a cause that healthcare providers can find. Syempre, sa Western medicine po ay hindi lahat ay ma-determine po nila. So, syempre, sa amin sa Eastern medicine naman ay pare-pareho lang yan mga causes niyan. Yung misuse and abuse and syempre wear and tear at yung bad posture. Kaya po ay didiscuss natin bukas yung mga kung anong pwedeng gawin natin para ito ay mating ma-avoid at matulungan talaga ang may mga sciatic problems. Alright mga masters at mga ka-G, hanggang dito lang po tayo, 12 minutes na pala. Maraming salamat talaga sa inyong full love and support at maraming salamat din po sa mga nag-support sa akin kagabi at sa ating Premier Marathon sa Bahay Kulitan. Maraming salamat ulit at God is great! Yahoo!